Welcome back as Northeastern and Army 2 here in the round robin final. And the final game of the day for Army as well as for Northeastern. Regardless of the outcome for both teams, this will be the final contest for both of these round robin sides.
Yeah, Army with the kickoff there, well taken by Northeastern. And again, we know Northeastern has some strike runners on the outside, able to gain 50 meters, but ultimately just a knock on there to give possession back to Army.
So all of our finals are set as AIC will take on Malloy, and then it will be finishing it off Harvard and Dartmouth to finish it off. And why not? Those two teams have played in about every championship you could in 15, so why not start it off right in the sevens?
Yeah, those two teams are so familiar with each other. It's always exciting for both, I'm sure, to get back and playing each other. And, you know, they have been the most consistent performers today, so it seems fitting that they would be in the final.
Now Army off the ruck there, and they'll just send that one away. Northeastern trying to corral. It's kicked, and that's going to be a knock-on. Unfortunate there for Army. They may have had a chance to take that one for the try.
Yeah, they had great vision and identified well that there was not a sweeper or someone back for Northeastern to cover the kick, so the opportunity was there, it was on. But ultimately with that wind, it's been really difficult to gather the ball off the deck in these conditions.
So now with about 5 minutes to go here in the first half, our round robin final. We started this way back at 9 o'clock. And Northeastern running all the way in for the try. So the Huskies on the board first as they now lead it by a score of 5-0 with the try.
Yeah, sprinting down the sideline. We know Northeastern has these outside threats that they like to use. Army 2 will know that too. These teams have played already today. So they're familiar with each other. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And ultimately, it's going to be all about execution in this round-robin final.
With about 4:40 to go here in this one. And again, we started the day with Dartmouth over Malloy. Army took down AIC. Harvard took down Colby Sawyer. And then it was Quinnipiac taking down Sacred Heart. Dartmouth 2 and Northeastern, tough battle there. And then Harvard 2 and Army 2, another tightly contested contest, and then we got it back into pool play. Army then took down Malloy. Harvard then took down Sacred Heart. Quinnipiac and Colby Sawyer. Quinnipiac winners of that one. And then once again we continue with Northeastern and what they brought to the table here throughout the day. But right now it's the Black Knights, and providing some momentum is Syrup as it's flipped off.
A great run up the middle through the heart of the Northeastern defense there. I think Army knows its strengths. They're big, they're tough, they're physical. If they can run through these Huskies, then they'll have a great shot. And there's the first try.
There's the try, and it's going to go once again for Shelby Rochford, who, we talk about Army and their style of play. Rochford seems to be a player, only a freshman, somebody that we may see move on to that #1 team at some point in her career.
Absolutely. I think Army is able to develop these players. Their fitness is strong, their fundamentals are strong, and sevens is a great way to develop the skills of catching, passing, and seeing the ball really well. So all these players who are out here on the pitch for Army 2, they're gaining experience in the core skills that they're going to need to move up and compete on the A side, either in sevens or in 15s for Army as well.
So now we'll have a restart here. And the kickoff just gets to the 10-meter line. Great kick there.
Yeah, really smart restart. Saw the hole in the Huskies' defense, took advantage of it, and then was able to recover her own kick.
Army still with possession here. Northeastern knotted this up at 5. Rochford powering through, keeping the legs churning.
Keeping it pretty tight here, Army. They're not really stretching out too much of the field, kind of playing within the 15s, but they're keeping possession, and it seems to be working for them. They are marching up the field as we speak.
With under 2 minutes to go here in this round robin final. And now there goes the next try for Army. In to score is Mia Mazikowski. And just like that, talked about playing in the middle of the field. When you've got players like Mazikowski that can create like that, it's very tough to say that you need to get to the outside.
Yeah, no need to go to the outside if you can go right through the middle like that. Conversion missed on that occasion, but a great run through the Husky defense.
So now, with Army taking the lead, look at Northeastern, and you got to think a name that has been out there all day long, someone who's really had that success so far, has been number 7. It's been Maya Ragahaven, and she has been a very positive bright spot so far for this Northeastern team. See if she gets the touch here. And unlike Army, this is a Northeastern team that is much more built on the speed and trying to get to the outside, as they do here. Down they go down the sideline. Bogic on her way in for a try, and she's going to give her teammate an easy conversion attempt here.
Yeah, what a sort of contrasting styles. We see Army bust through the middle on 2 occasions, and Northeastern scoring both their tries by rounding around on the outside. So ultimately, that means to me, who's going to have possession of the ball, who's going to be able to maintain possession, because the person who has the last possession is going to come away with this win.
So now the conversion try is up, and it is good. So it is now a 2-point advantage here for Dartmouth, or excuse me, for Northeastern.
And it looks like they'll restart before the end of this half. So let's see if Army can get another try on the board.
This one is sent up. Mazikowski, there she goes. Trying to be chased down. She will not. Mazikowski all the way to the try zone. What an end for Army to the half. It's 15-12.
What a great momentum builder going into the half. Northeastern had just scored, taken the lead, and taking full advantage of that restart, getting it back, causing 2 players to miss, and then off and under the posts.
And now the conversion chance here, and that one is up and through. So that will make it a 17-12 lead for Army as we head to the break. But what an impressive offensive outburst by both of these teams, showing off their speed in a multitude of ways and doing it in different styles. Northeastern trying to get more to the edge and create off of the edge, but for Army, it's been able to spread it out and let players work one-on-one and try and create, and Mazikowski's done that twice, going right at the middle.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that she really has a good understanding for how to beat a defender at the line. She's able to approach the line with speed, change her angle, take a couple steps, and she's beating the defenders again and again. And then to have the speed to close out is a whole nother set of skills. So it's very, very impressive on her part. And I think Northeastern can get back into this game, and they can really put a stamp on it. They just have to work harder a little bit to keep possession of the ball and keep spinning it to the outsides, doing what's working for them. Bringing it into contact is not going to work against the Black Knights on today.
And if you're Army, how do you counter that and be able to stop that ball from getting to the outside off the line?
I mean, I think we see that they're a little bit clumped on attack. They're pretty narrow, and so they have to be aware of that on defense and make sure that they're spreading out. And if they're not able to spread to counter that, they have to come up and pressure, and they have to prevent it from getting to the outside in the first place. Both of those require a lot of communication, a lot of hard work, and I'm sure they're talking about something to that effect in this huddle right now, and we'll see if they're able to make those adjustments on defense in the second half.
Of course, we'll have our plate final coming up just momentarily as Malloy will take on AIC. We'll get set for action here from Harvard, is, again, Malloy coming off a big win and a much-needed win against Colby Sawyer. So Colby Sawyer ending the day with 1 win, and ending the day without a win was Sacred Heart, and getting on the board with a try to end that one against AIC, who looked very impressive. And now we see once again Army trying that methodical, right up the middle, right down the gut sort of style that they've played so far to this point.
They're narrow, but they're keeping the ball really well. Their continuity is good. They had a few offloads leading into this phase. They're able to keep it and move it through the hands, and they don't need the space.
Nice ward there, and that one an opportunity as they get inside that 22-meter.
Yeah, great fend to create a little space on the outside, and the support again able to follow up despite the number of Husky defenders around all these ball carriers.
Good job that time to hang on to it. Trying to go right up the middle into the try zone. Lost it. Did she get in?
No, that's
they
a
say
knock.
no.
Oh, a
Wow.
knock forward right at the try line. That's devastating as a player, but that's what happens when you're attracting 2 and 3 defenders. When you're carrying the ball, it becomes hard to hang on. And good on the Huskies for recognizing that and committing to that defensive play.
Now here's where Army has been superb so far today in the scrum. The push, though, gives it to Northeastern. Miscue on the handle, and it will go back over that end line, but see the restart coming. And again, for Army, they have created a couple of chances off the scrum now.
They have. I mean, we see how powerful they are in the open field. They're that powerful in the scrum as well. And so to be able to put that kind of pressure on and force the error from Northeastern, now as a 22 drop, it looks like, is really a credit to them.
So Northeastern send this one away. It's picked up here, and Army not going to move far from their style. They go right to the middle, even cutting it back to the middle as they get inside the 22-meter. About 4 minutes to go. Big hit there. And Northeastern not letting go, so the restart coming right up the middle.
Yeah, conceding the turnover, Northeastern kind of trying to do that style of play, but lacking the discipline that Army has shown so far and giving up that turnover.
Towards the try line. And in for the try. It's Army once again, and a terrific move that time to get in there by the Black Knights as they have continued to add to their lead. It's now up to 10.
Yeah, simple rugby, driving the legs, forcing their way through tackles, and just not giving up possession of a ball ever. It's a recipe for success, and we'll see if Northeastern can respond by maintaining that possession. They're going to get the ball back off this restart. We're restarting it over to them. So we'll see if Northeastern can get something going, try to move it to the outside and use those speed weapons.
So Northeastern now look to try and create here, but they'll have to do with about 3 minutes to go. So a very competitive matchup with Harvard and Army that ended with the Crimson coming away with a win. Now this one picked up, and we're going to have a knock-on here.
Yeah, lost forward in the pickup off the ground. I'm not sure if it's the wind or if it's just slick on the turf, but it does seem to be a real challenge for those players picking it up off the ground. Making those ground restarts that we've seen a lot of today, a good option to kind of force some mistakes out of opposing teams.
Scrum coming here. And it's taken by Northeastern. Terrific job by the Huskies.
Yeah, great counter hook, and already we're off on the outside. We'll see if she has the pace to go all the way.
Taken down right at that midline. Picked up. Flip back. And now Northeastern trying to work.
Working it from side to side. We're outside the 15. Well corralled down, but was able to get the offload back inside, and a huge fend.
Olivia Giorladano with it now. Taken down. Picked up. over the try line. It's a try for Northeastern.
Really well done in support. We saw the outside strikes as we're used to with Northeastern, but then to be followed up with not only 1, but 2 and 3 players in support to make sure they were getting over the try line was really well done. Now they are within 5 with the conversion to come and 1:30 left to play.
Fiorlandino with her first try of the contest. And it's now 22-17 with about a minute to go. And now we'll see if Northeastern can continue to get on the board here.
And the restart's so crucial. Northeastern can't let up any pressure. They have to go out and get this restart back.
That one corralled and a knock-on.
Yeah, lost forward, couldn't handle the kick. So Northeastern's going to have an opportunity to scrum here at the 10-meter line.
We saw Northeastern with that miscue, and now a scrum coming. We saw Northeastern win a scrum. See if Army can do it or if Northeastern gets it again. This time it's Northeastern. They look to work to the outside. Space, cuts it back middle. Still working in towards the middle. The Huskies, right to the 22-meter. Good job there on the ruck. Great
hands
pass.
on the outside, yeah.
That one a little bit behind. Picked up, though, and secured. Now staying on the side inbounds. Flip back. No time left. Northeastern trying to get to the edge. Cuts it off to the far side. Taken down. Ball still alive. Flipped. Going in towards the 5-meter line. Knocked down right there. Flipped off. Still in the 5-meter. Lost it. Army has it. Army picks it up. Still loose here. And they're going to say that Northeastern with the infraction there, and Army will have it on the restart.
Oh, a brutal lost opportunity by Northeastern. They played with it so well with so much continuity. But in the end, they kind of strayed away from their style. They weren't shifting it side to side. They were desperate. They were going right off the ruck. And Army just too strong on that occasion, able to make those tackles and force a mishandling.
Yeah, tried to go right up the middle that we saw Army have success with, and unfortunately unable to do so. Step aside, we come back. We'll have Malloy and AIC in the plate final coming up next on the Ivy League on ESPN.